All right, let's get into it. Today, we're going to build a powerful toolkit, one that's going to help you unlock some of the absolute trickiest problems in geometry, just by mastering two fundamental ideas: ratio and proportion.
You know that feeling, right? You're staring at a diagram, it's full of triangles and parallel lines, and the question is asking you to prove something that seems like it came out of thin air. Yeah, it can literally feel like you're trying to read some secret language.
Well, the good news is there's a key to crack that code, and it all starts with getting your head around one simple but, incredibly powerful concept: the ratio. Okay, so let's dive right into this. Before we can get to the complicated stuff, we got to walk through the basics. So, what exactly is a ratio when we're talking about geometry?
Look, at its heart, a ratio is just a way to compare two things. For us, that's usually the lengths of two lines. Now, the most important word on this slide is relative. A ratio doesn't tell you the actual physical length of a line, it just tells you how it stacks up against another one.
Let me show you what I mean. If someone tells you the ratio of two lines is 2 to 5, that doesn't lock anything in. I mean, sure, they could be 2 centimeters and 5 centimeters, but they could just as easily be 4 and 10 or 8 and 20. As long as that relationship simplifies back down to that basic 2 to 5, the ratio is still true. You've got to think in parts, not in fixed numbers.
And this right here, this is the mental switch you have to flip. When you see a ratio, your brain needs to immediately think in terms of parts, like 2x and 5x from algebra. You're not dealing with concrete numbers yet, just the relationship. Getting this down is the first real step to cracking the code.
Okay, so a ratio compares two lines. Simple enough. But what happens when we want to compare more than two, or link different sets of lines together? Well, that's where our next big idea comes in: proportion.
A proportion is really just a statement saying, hey, this ratio over here, it's the exact same as that ratio over there. So if a ratio is a comparison, a proportion is basically an equation of comparisons. And this is the concept that lets us build bridges between all the different parts of a geometric shape.
So what does an equal ratio actually look like? It's really simple math. The ratio 2 to 4 is exactly the same as 3 to 6. Why? Because they both boil down to the same basic relationship, 1/2. When you find that equality, you found a proportion. And this simple idea of balance is the engine that drives some of the most powerful rules in geometry.
All right, now that we've got our foundations straight, we get ratios, we get proportions, it's time for the fun part. Let's start building our problem-solving toolkit. These are the rules you're going to use over and over again.
First up, we've got our most fundamental tool, and I just call it the parallel line rule. And trust me, you are going to see this one everywhere in exams, so we've got to get it right.
The concept is actually kind of beautiful in its simplicity. If you take any triangle at all, and you draw a line inside it that's parallel to one of the sides, that new line will automatically chop the other two sides into pieces that are in the exact same proportion.
So here's how you use it. The moment you see that line DE is parallel to BC, bam! You can immediately state that the ratio of the parts on one side, AD to DB, is exactly equal to the ratio of the parts on the other side, AE to EC. And for your exam, the reason is simple and direct: line parallel to one side of triangle. That's it. That's your first tool ready to go. All right, tool number 1 is in the bag. Let's move on to our second tool. This one is all about triangles that have the same shape, even if they're totally different sizes. We call these similar triangles. And the key thing to look for, the dead giveaway, is that all their corresponding angles are equal. If you can prove that two triangles have the same 3 angles, then you've proven they are similar. They're just scaled up or scaled down versions of each other.
And if two triangles are similar, then their corresponding sides have to be in proportion. Look at the structure here. The ratio of side AB to DE is equal to the ratio of BC to EF, and that's equal to the ratio of AC to DF. The reason you'd write in an exam is simply similar triangles or equiangular triangles.
Now, lean in for this one, because this is a massive pro tip. Once you've written down that proportion, you can cross-multiply. That means you can get something like AB times DF equals AC times DE. So when a question asks you to prove a multiplication statement, ding, 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 it's almost always hiding a similar triangles problem. It's a huge clue.
So now we have our tools, the parallel line rule and the same shape rule. The big question is, how do we actually use them out in the wild on a real exam question?
Right? Because knowing the rules is one thing, but applying them when the clock is ticking is a whole other ballgame. What's the strategy? What's the game plan?
Here is a 4-step method that works almost every time.
1. Identify the goal. Look at what they're actually asking you to prove. 2. Highlight the triangles. Find the 2 triangles that contain all the lines mentioned in that goal. 3. Prove they're similar. This is your main job. Use your angle rules to show they have the same angles. And finally, step 4. Write the ratio, set up the proportion, and solve. And this really brings us to the whole point. We haven't just memorized a list of theorems, we've built a toolkit. And more importantly, we now have a clear, repeatable strategy. This is how you go from being confused by geometry to actually mastering it.
So the only question left is this. With these tools and this strategy in hand, what geometry problems are you going to go out and unlock first? Because that secret code, it isn't a secret anymore.